Hey Rick, you had said something about some steel licks. I was really up on that for years, and I quit playing electric guitar for probably at least 10 years, and just worked on my nylon string guitar, and you know, because that's kind of what I want to do. And so hadn't really played this stuff in a long time. You've really kind of pushed me to kind of get back into the the chicken picking kind of stuff or whatever. But anyway, I'm just gonna. I think since I don't know where you're at, I'm just gonna push you back to like some basic exercises that you probably need to do, and give you a couple of ideas as far as still legs. So let me see. I think I'll play out a D, and then I'm gonna do a little exercise that goes back to C, chromatically walks back up to D, but I'll start in D. Let me cut that volume down a little bit. My bends are not all that precise, I can tell, but that's neither here or there. I'm not trying to impress you. I think you can figure that out. If I impress myself, I feel like I'm doing good these days. But anyway, that's a good finger exercise for dexterity and strength. Another thing you can do is, my little finger is on the volume knob right here, and it's kind of like hybrid picking. When I go down with my pick, I turn my volume up, and then I cut it back down, so it kind of gives me a that swell. I never was really good at, I just didn't spend enough time with volume pedal for my foot. They have some devices that actually you can, when you just play it, it does a swell and brings it back down for you. But you can actually learn how to do this without all that, or you can, get one that, for your foot, a volume pedal. Okay, what I'm doing right there is, actually, I just rake down with my pick. I didn't do any hybrid picking right there. It's just a rake. And raise your volume, drop it. Stuff like that. Okay, and since I'm in a D major, you can just use your D major pentatonic and they do it different ways. Staccato kind of staccato would be kind of like this. And that's just pentatonic. Back to C, D. A little sloppy, but you get the point. Just kind of stuff like that. But I would just practice your bends. You can just walk them up chromatically. And a lot of what they do is real snappy, real fast. And they use delay, reverb, you know, to kind of give it that ambient sound. And you know, you can add or subtract from that depending on what you're doing. But one thing is remember is the volume. All right, that's in E, and if I want to go to A, the volume swells is kind of my point here. Stuff like that. What I'm doing there is just my pentatonic out of E. But I'm using my volume. So that's just kind of something to think about and kind of a starting point. And now you can do I'll do E like in on this second and first string. So you want to work on your second and first string too, and that's A, and then whole step up, B. Now, I played with a lot of steel players, and I used the B bender for years, and I would still like to. I wish I wouldn't have got rid of it, but I kind of decided I just wasn't going to play electric guitar anymore. But I kind of changed my mind. But I'll get another one, and probably one with a G bender on it too. But they can really add, you know, the steel players have their knee levers and, you know, their foot pedals to where they can bend all the strings. And but that's a whole different concept. You really have to know your guitar neck really well. You can adjust them. I had mine set like to bend for whole steps. You can adjust them for half steps, but whole steps worked out best for me anyway. But played with some of the steel players, especially one guy. You know, I was actually playing so many kind of like dominant steel eights. He's like, you know, that's good, but why don't you let me play steel and you play guitar? He says, you know, you throw these little insinuations of steel licks in, or do partials of them, that's cool, but you still need to play guitar. So kind of what he was saying was, you know, if I do, and this will be an E, that's kind of what he was really trying to say to me. Is like, you know, still play guitar. I'll play steel, but that may be hard. That may be something you'd have to go through to kind of understand what he was saying. And it took me a while to think about it, but he was right. So I don't get overly, excuse me, carried away with you know, really trying to sound like a steel player. But in a lot of bands, steel players are hard to come by. So, you know, it is kind of nice to learn some nice steel licks. And I see the time clock on this, so I gotta go. I try to keep these under 10 minutes. And I really try to keep them shorter than that. But anyway, any questions on that, you can call me, and I'll try to send you some more ideas. There's many of them. I just thought might get you started on it. Okay. See you, Rick. Bye.